I'm Lauren.
And I'm Marty.
Today we're going to be talking about social media and how it affects women's body image and their own personal identity. We're going to be particularly talking about Instagram and their two different communities, diet culture and body positivity, and how those connect and affect other people. The first question that we're going to answer today is, what is body positivity? And although it can be subjective, I just kind of want to give a general definition as to what it usually is defined as. So the goals of the body positivity movement are usually to challenge how society views the body, promote the acceptance of all bodies, and help people build confidence and accept their body and address unrealistic body standards. What does body positivity mean to you?
I really agree with that statement. I think that body positivity means that everybody should be accepted no matter their size, and that nobody should have the right to weigh in on anybody else's body.
I agree. That's definitely a very good way to define it, and I think it's important to hear other people's definition and experience with it because, like I said, it's very subjective, and there's a bunch of different communities within that body positivity, and it's not just girls that are plus size, it's girls of all shapes and sizes, and I think that needs to be recognized. The next thing that we're going to talk about is diet trends, which we have a lot to say about that. There's millions of posts under the hashtags diet, weight loss, and really anything regarding that. There's so much out there trying to promote weight loss. And it's a bunch of different things. It's like weight loss transformations, before and after pictures, diet plans, meals, motivational quotes.
Yeah.
Some a little more motivational than others. A lot of them are promoting different diet trends too. I think a really big one out there is keto, intermediate fasting, and then there's also the diet products, which we're gonna specifically talk about, like the Lollipops.
Yeah, and the tea.
Yeah, the detox teas. I know you have experience with both of those because you've purchased them.
I have.
So
yeah.
talk about the Lollipops first.
I would. This sounds crazy, but I would still be like just as hungry, if not more, with the Lollipops.
Okay, I have scientific information on that. Because that's really funny that you said that, because so there's absolutely zero scientific evidence that causes weight loss.
Yeah.
Or even really attributes to your hunger. They also, on their website, it's Flat Tummy Co., right? Is that the one that you bought? So they have zero evidence on their website or research as to what that could do to your body.
Right.
They don't have any proof for it. They're going out and with this statement, marketing it as a weight loss product with no proof at all. And that's just really damaging. And we all know who promoted that and got a lot of hate for it. Kim Kardashian. Is that where you bought it from?
I think I actually saw, I don't know if it was Kim Kardashian, but I don't know. It was one of the Kardashians.
One of the influencers.
I don't remember who it was, but it was one of them. And I was like, oh, if it works for them. And I was like, ignorant with it, and I purchased it.
Yeah, so,
and mind you, they didn't even taste good.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's not even regulated by the FDA, so there's a good indicator that it probably is not good for you. It could lead to a really unexpected side effects because we don't really know. If it's not regulated by the FDA, then it's not proven to be even safe. I know one of the ingredients that they really do point out is called saffron, and some side effects of that I found out was it can cause dizziness, dry mouth, sleepiness, nausea, headaches, or it can cause an allergic reaction, of course. I mean, I don't know if you experience any of those symptoms. I don't think that happens to everybody, but I think it's just subjective to them.
Now that you mention that, I was nauseous.
Really?
Yeah. With anything that I took, I would even take pills to suppress everything, and that would make me nauseous too.
Okay. So that's interesting that it does definitely have an effect on people. And so actually the Journal of Dietary Supplements did a study on saffron, not these lollipops, but the ingredient in saffron, because a lot of people claim that it can affect weight loss. And so they had two groups. They had the placebo group and then the group that actually was given the saffron supplement. And it was over the course of 28 days, and they concluded that it did not have any detectable beneficial effects on body weight management. I want to talk about the detox teas. And I know who is promoting that? Another Kardashian. There's probably more than one.
Oh yeah, I know.
But
Khloe Kardashian, she did that too. Probably
Kylie Jenner.
Kim, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a few. I'm gonna show those screenshots of them promoting that, and we're gonna dig a little deep into that too. And I know you bought the tea, right?
Yes.
And what do you have to say about it?
I just feel like it all just made me nauseous. It made me nauseous, and it didn't really suppress my appetite.
Do you think it was more so like a laxative?
Oh yeah, kind of.
Because basically, all of the research that I've done on that has pretty much said the teas are just laxatives.
Yeah,
They don't
I
actually
can see that.
attribute to weight loss. It's just
I was still just as hungry as what I was, but I would just like it would be so damaging that I wouldn't eat as much. Like I would barely eat, and I would just be like, "Oh, it's this working," and I would like.
so
lie
it's
to myself.
placebo, pretty
Essentially,
much, like
yeah.
the Lollipops. So I think one of the biggest things that they say is they claim to detox the body and get rid of all of those toxins, and there are added ingredients in a lot of these teas that can be harmful to people.
Yeah.
And a lot of these teas aren't regulated by the FDA, or if they are, there have been multiple lawsuits against these tea companies because they don't have any scientific evidence of the effect that it has on weight loss, and they're marketing it as a weight loss product. And it's just damaging to people. And the FDA stated that it does not recognize any of these teas as effective regarding weight loss. So they did come out with that statement. And so there is one ingredient that's usually in this, and it's called senna. I'm going to write it up here because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But so this is actually a laxative, and it can cause large intestine irritation. And some symptoms that can result from using laxatives are cramping, nausea, diarrhea, aggravated constipation, and reduced potassium levels. And so reduced potassium levels can actually be dangerous to people that have heart problems. And I think a lot of people don't know that because like that cannot sound so bad, but it can be for certain people that have health conditions that would have no idea about this by just drinking a tea. They would have no idea that that could affect their heart. And some of these slimming teas also contain an ingredient called diuretics, which can lead to side effects such as dehydration, loss of electrolytes, muscle cramps, and also diarrhea. So like I said, many of them just aren't regulated by the FDA.
Yeah.
And that can make it unsafe because we don't really know what's in it. They don't really technically have to say. Not all of them are going to have those nutrition facts on them. And I think that's really important that they can contain those problematic ingredients that we have no clue about.
Right.
And I guess the FDA warns against many uses of dietary supplements. Detox teas are not an exception to this. They cannot be safe.
Yeah.
They can be dangerous to people, especially if we don't know what's in them.
Yeah.
So I just think it's crazy that all these celebrities and influencers on Instagram are marketing these products, the Lollipops, the detox teas as weight loss products, when there's no scientific proof behind it.
Yeah, and I know that my body wasn't getting enough nutrients either while like eating the lollipops or drinking the tea, because I would tell myself that I wasn't hungry and then I wouldn't barely eat anything.
And then you're feeling nauseous from it, and you didn't know why because you thought, oh, the celebrity told me that this is supposed to do this.
I just thought it was supposed to suppress my appetite, and that's why I felt nauseous.
I also wanted you to talk about your own experience, if you feel comfortable with your eating disorder.
Yeah.
And whatever you have to say about that.
So my eating disorder really stemmed from my great aunt basically telling me that I shouldn't be eating any food at a family party. And it kind of went from there, and me seeing all these people online and just in the media in general, it made me starve myself. and it made me get to a point where I would make myself throw up too. It was off and on, especially in high school. And then I stopped. I gained a little bit more weight after high school. And then it started back up again about 2 years ago. And I wasn't just under eating, I was over exercising. Like to the point where I would be exercising 3 times a day. And I would burn way more calories than what I ate that day, which is not good. And it was just basically from seeing all these women and wanting just to be skinny like them and just to have the ideal body that everybody else has projected and said, you know, that I have to look a certain way.
So how do you think, like, I'm gonna show this screenshot too, like something like this where it says how to stop overeating, 4 proven tips to help you stop overeating once and for all. Like, is that like damaging to you? Like, does that affect you, especially if you were like dealing with your eating disorder? Like, how do you think that makes people feel with eating disorders?
I think it makes them feel really bad. I think even me just looking at that right now makes me feel really bad because I'm back and forth. Like some days I'll still like not eat as much, or some days I'll eat too much and I'll always feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And like some people can't help overeating. People find comfort in it.
Yeah.
I know I've found comfort in eating, and I think it's really not a good thing to put out there on the internet.
It's definitely not. Especially these people that are like promoting this weight loss and these ideas of what to do when they're really not qualified to be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, are you a doctor? Are you someone's personal doctor? Why are you saying this?
Exactly.
Why are you making people feel this way? Full disclosure, and I just wanted to say the eating disorder statistics, and this is from the Eating Recovery Center, and this is as of 2020.
If you feel impacted by anything that we have said, please see the links below.
I'm just going to provide a few resources, and I'm also going to provide all of the links from any of the studies I have mentioned just so you can check them out yourself. And I will be providing some body positive Instagrammers that could possibly give a positive outlook on the way that people are impacted. Some I just want to point out too are Ashley Graham. I really like this screenshot. She said, "What an honor it is to appear on the cover of Bazaar UK for a 3rd time. Growing up, I can't remember seeing a curvy woman on the cover of a magazine, let alone a bikini. To everyone in a bathing suit this summer, this cover is for you. Let it serve as a celebration, a reminder to you that your body is beautiful."